I'm going to show you how to create your flow diagram. First of all, you need to go to this website that you are seeing on the screen. You can just go on Google and type PRISMA flow diagram and be sure that you are on the exact website. So for you to get started with creating your flow diagram, go away. It says create flow diagram. You will notice that a diagram will pop up and also some fields on the left. On the left side, this is where you are going to enter the information about your records, about the studies that you retrieved and screened. And then on the left side, whatever information you put on the left will be populated on the right. And then you will have your PRISMA flow diagram. Let me show you an example. I'm not putting accurate numbers here. I'm just going to put random numbers to show you how it actually works. But in your case, you have to put accurate numbers. Make sure that you have written the number of your records somewhere so that you can enter them in your PRISMA. First of all, previous studies, just leave it as not included. Other searches for studies, I'm going to say not included. And then you notice that when you say not included, this will be removed from your diagram so that you can have a more clean diagram. And then individual databases included because you were searching different individual diagrams. That's why it should be included. And when you choose included, you notice that here it will populate information about the databases: database 1, database 2, database 3. This is where you're going to add information about each database. And then you individual registers not included. We don't include this. I'm not going to include this. And then database. Let's assume that I used 3 databases, and then I did not use any registers. So I remove that 0 so that I can just have information about the databases. So database, this is where you populate information about your database. Let's say Google Scholar. On Google Scholar, you put the number where there is XXX, okay? And be sure that there is a comma between your database and the number. So Google Scholar, we got 200. PubMed, we got 100. And then Scopus, we also got 200. So you will notice that your information has been populated here. And then specific register, just don't add because at the top here we did not include any registers. You can just leave it as it is. Sorry. And then duplicates, let's say I removed 50 duplicates. There were no automatically excluded. There were no other exclusions. And then you see that here I have 50 duplicates populated on my diagram. And then we go down, records screened. We had 200, 200, 100. So we had 500 in total. And then minus the 50 duplicates, that means we had 450 records that were screened. And then records excluded. Let's say I excluded 100 records. So report sort. So after 450 minus 100, then I had 350. Reports not retrieved 50. Let's say 50. And then report assessed 300. After the 50 the 50 that I did not retrieve, I remain with 300. Here you can include reasons why some studies were not included. Like, for example, I said I excluded 100 records. Here I have to add reasons why I excluded uh, the records. So you can give reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. For now, I cannot think of a reason. I'll just leave it as reason 1. But in your case, do not leave it as reason 1. Just delete this and write your reason. And then under XXS, you can put your number, like say maybe for the first reason, I removed 20 records, and you see that it will populate here. So it will depend on your reasons why you excluded those studies. Maybe they were not relevant, maybe they were not addressing your research question. You just have to include the reason here and the number of records that you removed under that reason. And then when you go down, so new studies included, in total we had 300 studies included, and new reports, no reports, we just have 300 studies were included in the report. This is just an example. For you, it will depend on your numbers. So now you have your flow diagram. Let me move to the left side so that you can see the diagram. This is your diagram. It has now been populated. Now you can go down and you can download as PDF, you can download as PNG, SVG, interactive HTML, or a zip file. It will depend on the type of file that you need. But in your case, since you are going to write your systematic review report, I would recommend you get the PNG. That is an image that you can insert on your report. So PNG will be a good option for you. You can also get the PDF if you want. So basically, that is how you create your flow diagram. So go and create your flow diagram. If you don't mind, you can share the screenshot or you can share the image in the comments, and let's see how your diagram looks like. All the best.